And this is Sam Miller, and here's our gentle yoga. And today is October 25th, I think, 2021. So I'm going to have us start tonight listening to a piece of music. And what I'd like you to do before I play it is have you get in a comfortable position. This is a pretty short piece. And first, noticing your breath and notice how you're breathing. And think about lifting through the crown, chin parallel to the floor, shoulders soft, gently roll back so the chest is open, the heart open, and grounding through the sits bones. And noticing your breath, normal breathing. You can let your eyes close or gaze down softly. And notice what you're thinking, just being aware of thoughts hop into your mind. You might think about them as clouds in the sky, just letting them float through, just noticing. Maybe it's little thought bubbles that you could just kind of pop and then they're gone. And noticing the energy as it moves through your body, synapses in the brain sparking movement, thoughts, energy as it pulses through our body, warmth, the heart beating. And noticing emotions, any feelings, any emotions you might be experiencing at the moment. Just kind of noticing. And lastly, being aware of the physical body as a whole. And the next breath, just kind of imagine you're breathing into your bones. Coming back to the breath. And I'm going to put on a piece of music. And what I'd like you to do as we start is to really listen. Noticing any pauses, any shifts in the music. Notice if your thoughts change, any shift in your energy, your emotions. And if you feel like gently moving side to side or front and back, just allowing your body to do that. See if you can feel the music on your skin. Now continuing to listen to the music, let's just gently rotate the body, just circling, and the head lifted. You can find your rhythm between the breath, the body, the music. And rotating other direction. The shoulders soft, the jaw soft. And the rotation at the waist, the elbows moving. And coming to stillness. And bring the hands on the front of the shins and rotating back and forth. Gentle rocking. Inhale forward, exhale back. You can use Ujjayi breath if you remember it. That fogging and defogging, Darth Vader breath. Finding that rhythm between body, breath, music. Noticing thoughts, energy, emotions, physical body coming into balance. And coming to center, rest the hands on the knees, just noticing. Let's bring the fingertips on the shoulders, inhaling, bending back slightly. Exhale, coming forward. Ujjayi breath if you can. Feel that constriction in the throat. And elbows to the side. You're going to inhale right, exhale left. Ujjayi breath if you can. Keeping the elbows straight out to the side. And center. Now we're going to inhale left, exhale right. And come center. Bring your hands in front. Just put your fingertips on one hand on top of the other. We're going to inhale 3 times as we twist to the right. Now I'm mirroring you, so I'm going to turn. So we're going sort of the same way. You guys can stay the way you are, just so I look like we're going the same direction. So inhale. 3 inhales, the other direction. Now 2 and 2 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 3 and coming to center, and rest your hands and noticing in the shoulders in the back. That's a really great exercise for helping to align the spine and the back. I'm going to turn around so I'm facing you. And let's just drop the head. Just allowing the chin to come to the chest. Soften jaws, soften shoulders. And inhale back. Exhale forward. See if you can expand the belly as you inhale and contract as you exhale. Belly breathing with Ujjayi breath. We're getting fancy. Should feel a nice contraction in the back of the neck. Just drop the head. I'm going to turn again. We're going to rotate the chin to the right and center and left and center and right and center, left and center. One more time. And inhale, rotating the head to the right, coming to the top and exhaling. And again, Ujjayi breath. Last time, we're going to rotate the other direction. Last time, and come to center. And let's scoot around on all fours. And we'll come up into a shift. I know you guys know, but I don't know who else is watching this. So, curling the toes, elbows, wrists, and shoulders in alignment. We're going to push up into downward facing dog. Bicycle the heels, drop the head. And gently bicycling. Lifting one foot and then the other. Really lift you don't have to lift it that high, but come up on your toes. So you're pressing open the toes with one foot and you're pressing down the heel with the other. Stretching out the calf all the way into the back of the thigh. Drop the head, shake your head, loosen shoulders. Keep breathing. And come up on the toes. And I'm going to turn, well, no, I'll leave this way. I'm going to come back a little so you can see me bring that right foot up and bring it forward. And I'm going to turn. What I want you to do is before you raise up, look at your feet. Make sure the heel of your right foot or your foot in front is lined up with your instep of your back foot. And then we're going to come into standing and we're in warrior feet. Now you might want to adjust a little depending on your height. And this back foot doesn't need to be absolutely parallel because most people, you can't do that and square your hips, and that's what we want. So it's fine to have the back foot at an angle. And I'm bringing hands on the hips, come back just a little. And taking a few breaths here to feel the weight on your back leg. Inhale the arms up, eyes look forward. You can just extend the hands and bend into that front knee if it feels right for you. Now what we're going to do is come up on the toe of the back foot, turn the toe forward, and come into a crescent lunge. Now if that doesn't feel right for you, just stay with your heel on the floor. From here, we're going to drop down, bring the hands to the front of the mat, straighten your front leg, bring the nose to the knee. And let's drop down, back foot behind you, and coming up into kneeling warrior, taking a few breaths here. So I've got my right foot forward. If you're mirroring me, or since I'm mirroring you, some of you might have your left foot forward. Don't worry about it. Just so we alternate. Back foot, back leg is extended, so you should feel a nice stretch through the thigh behind you. This is how your hips should be when you're in warrior one. We're going to lift the arms, palms to the ceiling, fingertips to the ceiling, eyes can gaze forward. Kneeling warrior. An easy breath. Allow the shoulders to relax, jaw to relax, arms are extended. And you can interlace your fingers and bring your two index fingers together in temple pose if you like. Just another variation. And let's drop that. For me, it's my left arm over my right knee. If you've got your left leg forward, you're going to bring your right arm over your left knee to kneeling warrior with a twist. And let's drop the hands forward. Bring that back foot behind. And let's inhale, lean forward a little bit, exhaling back to extended child's pose. And rest your head on the floor for a minute. This is always the rest pose. Really reaching, extending the arms. And let's shift forward. Come back into downward facing dog. And we'll do that on the other side. Bicycling the heels a few times first. Just a few. And so I'm bringing my left foot up. I'm going to bring it forward. You can always help it between my hands. Make sure the heel of the front foot lined up and step of the back foot, and coming into warrior one. Remember, the hips are squared. You can bring the arms up. If you want, you can twist around, come onto that back toe for the lunge. I'm on a carpet, which isn't the best for practicing yoga, but it's what I've got. Now let's drop that back foot, dropping the hands, straightening the front knee, and dropping down to kneeling warrior on the other side. So take a minute to check in here, squaring the body to the front. Make sure your knee is tracking right over your ankle. And you can lift the arms. You can just have them palms facing, or you can come into temple pose. Noticing your thoughts, your energy, your emotions, your body. And let's add the twist. And this time, let's slide that front leg forward. If you're mirroring me, that's your right leg. Slide the back leg back. We're going to come into pigeon. Now, full pigeon, your front leg's parallel to the mat. But what's more important is your pelvic region is as close to the floor. So if you can get your leg up here, but your body's way up here, that's not what you want. I'm going to try to switch around so you can see me a little better. So mine doesn't perfectly come forward, and it depends on how much I've been practicing. This is more about the hips because we can't force the knees. Well, we can, but we can have an injury. So lifting tall, this is full pigeon. You can always bring up that back foot if you want, or you can just come into this nice, easy stretch. And let's switch. We'll bring you, I guess, the left foot forward and coming into pigeon. And again, you want to keep your pelvic area on the floor or close to the floor. You might find one knee is, or one leg, you can get a deeper stretch than the other. I want to back up a little bit, sideways again. It's a little hard to see. So pigeon. And let's bring that front leg around and come into easy seated pose. So I'm going to have us go back into the Kriya that we've been working on. And you two have been doing it with me a few times. So I think you know, and we'll see how far we get tonight. I do want to remind everybody, you guys and whoever watches this, I'm going to record it. There is a place, if we get that far tonight, where you have the option of going into shoulder stand. If you know shoulder stand, feel free to do it. If not, if you don't know it, I don't really want you to practice it while you're trying to watch me. You can injure your neck. So it's a great pose. It's a wonderful inversion, but the option is prep for shoulder stand with the feet up, which is also a great inversion. Also, if you are doing it with me and you're going into shoulder stand, do not turn your head to look at me while we're in it. We'll only be there about, not even a minute. So I'll tell you and you will come down. You want to make sure everybody's safe. Okay, ready to start? I'll put on, I have some more music for us. If I can. Nice, easy music. I want to keep it soft so you can hear me. So hands are resting on the knees. Let's begin with the Ujjayi breath. Easy breath in, easy breath out through the nostrils. Soften the shoulders, soften the jaws, an easy seated pose, sitting tall. As we inhale, leaning back just a bit, exhaling, coming forward. Ujjayi breath if you can. We're going to rotate to the right. Inhaling up, Exhaling as we move down, slow and easy. And again. Last time this direction. I'm going to rotate, starting to the other side. Inhaling up, switching midway, exhaling down. Ujjayi breath if you can. Last time, inhale up. And notice, soften shoulders, soften jaw. Turn the music down just a little. We're going to come onto our bellies. So I'm going to turn so you can see me better. I think. Come back a little. So you can either rest your chin on the mat or your forehead. I'm going to bring the arms to the side, palms up. And inhaling up and hold it. Now keep breathing. Toes pointing as if somebody were gently pulling. Giving you a full stretch, extending the leg all the way from the hip joint. Ujjayi breath. Imagine you're releasing tension or energy. And exhale down. Left leg lifting. And exhale down. Now we're going to bring our hands and take off my watch. It's always a good thing. So putting the fist inside, the thumbs inside the four fingers, making a fist or Adi Mudra, placing them just into your groin, chin either on the chin or forehead on the floor. Inhale both legs up. Allowing the muscles to release, pointing to the toes. And release. I'm going to turn around, just see me here. I think from now on, I'm going to bring two mats for when I shift sideways. So we want to bring our hands right lined up with the nipples, actually. Elbows are close into the chest. We're going to inhale up. And remember, we don't want to go high here. You need to be able to hold that position with your arms out. If you can't, come down a little bit. We don't want to injure the back. Ujjayi breath. And release. Extending the arms. And this one is our flying or superhuman pose. We're going to inhale, lifting arms and legs. So flying and Ujjayi breath. And release. Just stay on your back. I'm going to grab a tie for those people. We're going to go into boat pose from here. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. So if you can't, grab your ankles. I got to figure out a better way to teach this. What you want to do I know somebody's going to tell me an easier way. So we're going to lift up, and if you need the strap, that's fine. If you can grab your ankles or even your toes, and lifting up to boat pose. Great. And release. So now comes my favorite alligator. Just place one hand in front of the other, palms down. Rest on your left cheek, looking to the right. You want to slide up your left leg, bent at the knee, and the toe of your right leg, and the toe of your right leg is just resting on your knee. And you can drop your side of your face onto your hands. Normal breathing here. And we're going to roll on over to our backs. I'm going to stay sideways because I think you can see me better. So onto the back, and then rolling up into boat pose. I'm going to turn this way. So you can use your hands if you need to. If it's too hard on your back, just bring your toes down. But where we want to be is just basic boat pose, nothing fancy. Shoulders are soft. Easy breath. Ujjayi breath. And release. So I'm going to stay here. You come down onto your back. You're going to bring that right knee, bend the right knee. Bring it into your body. This is half Apanasana pose. We've done this before. Bringing your nose towards your knee. So you're pulling the knee towards the nose and the nose towards the knee. If it hurts your neck, just keep your head on the floor. I want to make sure your foot isn't turned out or turned in or out. If it is and it hurts to straighten it, then don't do that. Maybe go see your chiropractor. Ujjayi breath. Eyes closed if you can. And release, drop the head. Release the right leg. Bring the left leg in. Grab below the knee. Nose to knee. Knee to nose. And release. And bend both knees. Grab your, just below the knees, nose to knee, between the knees here if you can. I can't quite get there. And stay in this position. You can just rock side to side. I'm turning sideways just so you can see what I'm doing a little more easily. And gently rocking forward and back. Now here's your option. If you know shoulder stand, you can go into it. If you don't, simply lift the legs, bring the arms to the side, palms up, and Ujjayi breath here, 5 Ujjayi breaths. And those of you who know shoulder stand, you can go ahead and come into that, keeping toes pointed. And gently and slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Extend the legs. Bring the arms out to the side in a T position. So we're about 3/4 through this Kriya. Maybe we'll finish it tonight. Take your right knee and bring it, bend the right knee, bring the toe of the right foot just above the left knee, or it can be inside it if you can't quite get there. Take your left hand and grab your right knee. Inhale, exhale. Pull the bent knee to the right or to the left side. Eyes look right, or they can look forward, listening to your body and what your neck says. Now it's important that you keep both shoulder blades on the mat. So it doesn't matter if you pull the knee all the way over. And Ujjayi breath, close the eyes. And release, extend that right leg. And the left knee, put the toe on top of the right knee, just above the knee. Right hand reaches and grabs your left knee, pulling the leg to the right. Eyes look left or forward. Shoulder blades are on the mat. Ujjayi breath, eyes closed. Feeling into it. Feeling the energy, the warmth moving through the body. And release. And very briefly come into Shavasana. Let the feet flop open. Arms to the side, away from the body, palms up. Easy breath here, normal breath. Let the breath move through the body. You might notice the breath moves a little more easily, almost as if you could breathe and exhale out your fingertips and toes. And bending the left knee, shift your hips to the right, roll over to your right side. Now you want to use both hands to come up to seated. You don't want to roll up here. And coming to seated, bending, bringing your heel of your left foot under your right hip. You're going to bring the right leg, cross it over. This is one we've done a lot. Now, those of you that are new, you can simply grab that knee here, even if you aren't new, if that feels good. Right arm comes back behind, and if you feel up to it, left arm comes over. Inhale, lift up, exhale, and twist. Not forcing, but allowing. And let's release, come center. We're gonna switch. Right foot comes under the left groin, right arm cradles the left, left arm comes behind. Inhale, reach, and come into that twist. Inhaling, lifting, exhaling, twisting. Not forcing, but allowing. Body's pretty warmed up. And let's come back around. There's only 2 more moves. It is 6:45, but if you're up to it, we'll go ahead and finish the Kriya tonight, just so you know how it goes. So we're going to come from here back into a seated pose. Here's that temple pose with the fingers interlaced and the index fingers pointing. We're reaching up to the ceiling here. Eyes look forward, can be closed. Again, reaching as if you're trying to poke your fingers through the ceiling. Feel the spine elongated, easy ujjayi breath if you can, eyes closed. And slowly release. Now we're going to bring that right hand into Adi Mudra, thumb tucked in, 4 fingers wrapped around. You're going to grab the wrist with your left hand, but you're going to do that behind you. Inhale slightly backward, exhale, bending forward. This is called yogic seal. Now this is normal breath. You can just drop forward wherever your body wants to take you. Easy breaths here. Release the head and neck, soften the shoulders and jaw. And slowly come up. Now our time's about up tonight, but I want to let you go back into at least a few minutes in Shavasana. So go ahead and come onto your back. And once everybody gets laying down, I'll do a brief little yoga nidra tonight, abbreviated version, since I went over a little bit. So just noticing your breath. If you can let your breath be deeper, come into full belly breath, letting the belly expand as you inhale and noticing the contraction as you exhale, not forcing, just allowing. Softening the jaw, softening the shoulders, around the temples. Just becoming aware of your body laying on the mat or on the floor. The pressure of your body into whatever you're lying on and the pressure back, gentle holding. And letting your attention come to your feet and legs, just letting go. Imagine energy moving from your hips down through your toes. And filling the pelvis, the torso, chest and shoulders, releasing, letting the awareness be with in the arms, from the shoulders down to the fingertips. As if you could release energy from the shoulders, flowing down through the arms and fingertips, through the neck and the back of the head, the face, eyes, nose, ears, chin and jaw. The whole body, releasing the whole body. Imagine you could let that energy go down into the mat, into the floor. Taking 3 deep breaths, like 3 deep waves. And on that third breath, beginning to wiggle fingers and toes, and just shaking your head a little bit side to side. Letting go of any, just gonna let the fingers shake, the toes. If you could shake off anything extra hanging around. And when you're ready, rolling over to one side and coming